taking me higher, higher, a feeling I can't hold on my own.
Hello and welcome to My Psychic Connection. Yes, it's party time. I'm back. I'm Innerji The Metaphysical Crone, and once again I am so happy to be here with you to do readings, play games, so many different things. But first I want to say, are you new here tonight? Is it your first time visiting? If so, say hello in the chat for me. I would love to meet you. And that's what parties are all about, isn't it? Meeting people, getting to know people a bit better. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Let's get to know each other a little bit better. And of course, if you've been here before, pop in and just say hello as well. And also, let me know where you're from, because we go worldwide here at My Psychic Connection, and I love to hear all the different places that people live. So pop that in the chat while I go through the rules for all of our readings tonight. So the first thing to remember is that our free readings are 2 minutes long. When that bell goes, I stop. The reason for that is that we like to be able to read for as many people as we possibly can. Now, we also do have paid readings. So we have a choice of the quick read, which is longer than the free read, but it is timed. We also have the mini and the mega. Now, if you would like a mediumship reading, make sure you check out Kay's show tomorrow night, our beautiful bunny Sugars, our Squirrel Whispers from the Forest. We also have Mystical Liz, and they all do mediumship as well. And of course, the master of mediumship is our own beautiful Journey Ryan, but he's on holidays at the moment. So if you would like to have a mediumship with Journey or any of the amazing mediums that we have on our website, you can pop on over to www.mypsychicconnection.com and choose your medium there. But don't go there yet, because I have a packed show for you. The other thing I wanted to share with you is we like to pay it forward here at My Psychic Connection. So $1 from every donated reading will go to the Ryan White program. This is an amazing program who help people from all walks of life, no matter how they identify as a person. It is a really, really wonderful course. So help us pay it forward tonight and take some donations, because with the donations, I can dive a lot deeper into your question and go a bit longer, so we can get not just the juicy bits, but the super juicy bits as well. So don't forget that. Now, I want you to be aware that when it comes to doing medical, health, or legal questions, then what you need to do with that is take it over to our website at mypsychicconnection.com as well, because by law, we cannot do those readings. Those readings can only be done by professionals. And also it depends which country you're in as well. So remember, if you would like a reading that kind of leans in that direction, you can go to mypsychicconnection.com and choose one of the readers there as well. Now, questions. What I'm going to encourage you to do tonight, really encourage you to do, is make your questions specific. Save the general questions for the website. What is a specific question? Well, that could be something that has context attached to it, has a bit of meat, a little bit of information in it, so that I can dive deep into the crux, into the nitty-gritty of what it is you're asking. So rather than asking, what does love look like for me? Say something like, well, I'm in a relationship, or geez, I've got this person that I've got my eye on. How do you think it might go? How do you think the connection might be? That's kind of how we get into more detail. So remember, please, please, please make your questions specific. Now, the other thing I want to talk about tonight is that we have plenty of games. We have lots of games here because we want to bring the party to you. So some of the games tonight will be the Numbers of Life intuitive game, and also we have the emoji game. Now that's starting right now, so start putting in those emojis in the comment. And of course, don't forget to share us out far and wide, because we want to grow our My Psychic Connection family. So with all of that, I think we're ready to roll. So let's find out who's here tonight. I want to say hello to you all. So let's have a look. Who's here and where are you from? Let's put in all of those comments so we can see and get to know each other as though we were at a party. But in the meantime, let's take our first question. Who do we have, please? And we have our beautiful Gemma. Hello, Gemma. You've changed your picture again. It looks lovely. And Gemma says, things have been very stressful and it's been one thing after another. As the year goes on, will I feel a lot more happy and settled? Well, Gemma, let's have a look. I mean, I think you've made amazing strides already this year in tackling things that have been a little bit stressful for you, things that you've been a bit, anxious about, and you've done it and got through it. So I feel like you are well on your way. But let's put out some cards and see what we have between now and the end of the year. So at the moment, I think the reason you're asking this question is I've got the Queen of Cups reversed, and I feel like there's a fear that you're going to go back to the old way of being, that you're going to let your emotions take over you. So you're feeling emotionally a little bit out of balance, and that is bringing up the old fears. Let's add a T coin to that. And the T coin I have is the eagle, and it's saying right now, Gemma, look at things at the bigger picture. Don't look at the little things. Don't look at the detail. Look at the bigger picture of your life and what you would like it to be. Now, the next card is awesome. I have the Knight of Pentacles. This says that you're getting more grounded, you're getting more practical in how you handle the fears that you have when you're feeling a bit anxious. You are on that horse riding through it, but you're doing it at your pace. And I feel that you need to keep going at your own pace. Will you become more happy and settled? I believe so, because I have the Nine of Pentacles here. So settled is about being grounded. So it's another Pentacles card after this Knight of moving forward. So I'm seeing you standing tall and true to yourself. Look how confident she is. She's confident, just doing her own thing, but she's got both feet well and truly on the ground while she takes that eagle big picture to see what she wants. Oh, wow, that 2 minutes did go quickly, didn't it? Gemma, thank you so much for your question. And that is a great question. It's a good, specific question. So who's here tonight? Are we all ready to party? I know I am. And when it comes to our fears, we've got Keisha. I love your name, by the way. Keisha says, hello from Michigan. Well, hello. How are you? And I'm from Australia, as you can tell by my accent. I actually live in Long Beach, which is on the southeast coast of Australia. So I live in a little tiny beach village, which is really cool. Hence the beautiful water background that Journey has created for me for my show. But yeah, come on in. Let me know where you're from. But in the meantime, let's move on to our next question. Who do we have, please? And we've got Emma Rose. Hello, Emma Rose. Lovely to see you here. And Emma Rose says, hi, Innerji. I would love to know in what ways I can become more powerful when it comes to manifesting my true heart's desires. Thank you lots. That is a great question. So let's put out some cards. And the first thing I've got for you that's just been put in my head is that you need to learn to recognize what your true heart's desire is. I kind of feel like we still have that Gemini stellium up in the sky. So our ideas and our thinking is a little bit scattered, a little bit all over the place. And with you having that sun in Gemini, that's particularly strong for you. So, it's like, oh, there's a great idea. There's a great idea. So it's about you honing in and seeing which of all those ideas, which of all those desires is coming from your heart rather than from your head. And one way to do that is to sit quietly and allow it to bubble up from deep within you rather than that busy mind trying to grab at everything. But let's add some cards to that. I've got the 7, and Emma Rose says, yes, that is correct. I worry too much about others, what others think about me too. Yep, got to get over that. Got to get over that, because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. You need to be authentically you. And I've got the 7 of Swords reversed. And this is saying, don't let anyone take anything away from you. And it's interesting you just said that. And I have this card, because your desires, your dreams that you want to manifest, you're starting to recognize them, but you're scared to take action on them in a bigger way because of what people might think, because of the tall poppies that might try to pull you down. Let's add a T card to that and see what we have. And I've got the books. And the books in this particular T coin are closed. And this is saying you don't have to be an open book to everyone. You don't have to reveal all your desires to everyone. You need to keep them true to you and start taking... Boom, we've got the bell again. You know, Emma Rose brings up a good point. We do live in a world, particularly with social media, where we do get caught up in other people's opinions, because it's so easy for people to put comments on Facebook or any of the social media platforms that might be negative or might not serve you or might be different to what you think or believe. And it can pull you down if you don't stay true to your authentic self. Remember that? And Emma Rose says, sounds about right. Thank you lots. Emma Rose, you are so welcome, my dear, and thank you for being here tonight. Now, one of the things I want to talk about tonight as we get to know each other at the party time is, have you ever considered in the tarot what suit you might be? Now, the tarot is made up of wands, which is fire energy. It's made up of cups, which is water energy. It's made up of swords, which is all that mental thinking energy. And then we have pentacles, which is that grounded, earthy energy. How do you see yourself if you had to choose one of those as a suit in the tarot? I'd love to hear what you think, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. And Emma Rose says, thank you for hosting. Well, thank you for being here. And that goes for everybody. I love hosting here at My Psychic Connection. It's my big buzz for the week. So I absolutely love it. All right, let's go on to our next question. Oh, Miss Collins is here. Hi. And we've got some beautiful green hearts. Thank you. Great to see you here. All right, we've got Audrey. And Audrey says, hello, Audrey. I love seeing you here. And Audrey says, I'm going to look for a more career path for work. Caregiving I also loved. There's an opportunity to apply at a place where my daughter was just hired. Do the cards look positive if I apply? Now, Audrey, thank you. And Audrey says, thanks. And I want to say thank you to you, Audrey, because that is an example of a very specific question. So let's jump right in and have a look at applying for this job as part of you starting a new career path. Let's see what we have. All right. So the first card I've got is the 5 of Wands reversed. I'm so glad to see this card reversed upside down, because when it's upright, the 5 of Wands is about competition and chaos and things not in alignment. I see you starting to get in line with what it is you want your career to be, and I see you starting to align with the actions that you need to take to make it happen instead of just dreaming about it. Now, in terms of applying for this job, I've got the Chariot card reversed. Now, it's not saying no, don't apply for the job, but please understand that you need to be clear and direct in your application. It's not charging in, it's not taking, throwing your application together and throwing it in there as quickly as you can. With it reversed, it's about saying, stop, take your time, really look at your skills, look at your heart, look at what it is that they are wanting from you as an applicant, and take the time to really address that in your application. As we go forward with it, I have the Judgment card reversed. So this is saying to me that it might be a little bit of a longer wait with this one. I do feel it is worth applying for because it's pointing you in the direction that you... Oh, we've got that bell again. I love the bell. It helps me stay on track. Audrey, thank you so much for that beautiful, specific question. I really, really appreciate it. Now, don't forget, and we've got Starret Bunny here. Hi, Innerji. Love you. Mwah. Love you back. Lovely black heart. I like black hearts. I'm with Cassidy on that. And Audrey says, okay, thanks. My sweet, you are so welcome. I love answering all of the questions here at My Psychic Connection. Now, don't forget, are you Fire Wands energy? Are you Pentacles Earth energy? Are you Swords thinking energy? Are you Water? Are you Cups? Water energy coming from the heart. For me, I really identify with the suit of wands, that fire energy, because I like getting in and doing. And that fire energy is about growth. It's about motivation. It is about going after what you want and your desires. It's also about enthusiasm and inspiration. So that's why I have chosen wands as my main suit that I feel reflects who I am and my personality. How about you? Pop it in the chat and let me know. But in the meantime, let's go on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have AA. Hello, AA. Good to see you here. Let's see what your question is. And AA says, hi, can you please give me an idea of what my next relationship is going to be like? Thank you. Well, I'm going to use my relationship deck for that one for you, AA. So let's have a look. Oh, relationships. Let's see. Okay. So the first thing I've got is the Queen of Pentacles. So in terms of what your next relationship will look like, it's about you being independent within it. It's not about you just doing what the other person wants or, following them. You need to be your own person within the relationship, and that will help keep it balanced. Because I've got a feeling that in the past, relationships haven't always been balanced for you, and you have a tendency to sort of like, if that's what you want, then therefore. But you've got to put what you want into the relationship as well. I've got the Page of Wands. So your next relationship, I feel, is going to be fun. I just spoke about wands being fire energy, being fun, being motivated, being enthused. So I see this next relationship as being one where there's a lot more fun, especially in the beginning. It's a little bit less serious in the beginning. So it's not like going to be jumping straight into all the serious stuff. I also feel that this is a relationship that you're going to need to work at. I've got the Four of Swords reversed. So I feel that this next relationship, there's going to be a lot of communication that needs to happen. Use clear communication, use fun communication, loving communication as the way to move forward with it. And finally, I've got the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is saying that you need to be in a relationship that over time you don't take for granted and the other person doesn't take for granted, because that's kind of what's happening here. One person on their phone doing their thing and the other person's going, hey. Oh, wow. That bell again. I do hope you found that to be of help. Thank you so much for your question. And we've got Raylene here. Raylene says, hello. Well, hello, Raylene. Lovely to see you here. Let me know where you're from. Are you from a different country? Are you from a town? Love to hear all of that. So, how are we going? Has anybody chosen their suit yet? The wands, the whatever, the pentacles, the cups. I really love to hear it. But right now, it is the Numbers of Life intuitive game. So before the show, I chose a number between 1 and 30. Now, I'm going to encourage you to use your intuition. Tune in and use your intuition to see what number I have chosen. Or type in as many guesses as you can until we get to the one that is the winning number. Now, with this, you're going to win a numerology divination reading with me using my numerological deck. There's a word, isn't it? So start keying them in. We'll be doing that over the next 3 minutes. And in the meantime, I want to talk about tomorrow's numerology, and it is the number 1. And this is about, there's a light and a shadow side. So this is about leadership. This is about being independent. This is about doing what you need to do for yourself tomorrow. But with that shadow side, it's not being selfish about it. It's not being too self-centered. If there's someone who really needs your help, yes, be there for them. But no, tomorrow is the energy for being really centered in yourself, being true to you, taking that leadership of self. Now, I know that sounds really weird, but it is. It's about being your own leader for you, leading your own way, moving forward on that path. The other thing I wanted to say about it as well is that it's also a number of courage. So tomorrow, if there's something that you have been hesitating to do, then be courageous. Be courageous, step out, shine, and do it. And remember, don't be overly critical tomorrow, because that is part of the shadow side as well. And we have a winner. Yes, the winning number is 29. Congratulations, Emma Rose. So I am going to shuffle my numerology deck for you and do a general reading. And of course, this is the only time that I do general readings, is when we do games on the show. So let's see what we have for you, Emma Rose. And Emma Rose says, thank you. Well, you're welcome. So let's put out some numbers. Some nice numbers for you, Emma Rose. The first one that comes up is the number 7, and this is the shadow side of number 7. Now, I know that you have been looking at your own spirituality, your own psychic gifts, and some things that have been happening to you in terms of paranormal experiences. And this is saying, don't get so caught up in them that you forget to do your everyday stuff. It's about putting them in perspective. That is what is really important for you in terms of you opening up your psychic abilities more, looking at the different clairs that you have. It is really important that you really ground yourself and protect yourself as well. The other thing I'm seeing here is that don't overindulge in it. And I speak from experience on this one, Emma Rose. When I first started opening up to all of the psychic gifts that I had, I was so taken in by it all. I was so overwhelmed by it all. I lived more in the spiritual world than I did here on the planet. And Emma Rose says, yes, I've been forgetting to do my morning routine even. Lol. Yeah, look, that earthing, grounding morning routine, and maybe something before bedtime, is really important for you at the moment, so that this doesn't overwhelm you. Now, the other number I have for you is the number 9. This is the card of the humanitarian. It's the card of thinking beyond yourself, thinking at the bigger world. But this is also a shadow card here for you. So I need you to be a little bit careful once again. I need you to be careful about being too impulsive. It's about stepping back and looking at the impact that you have on yourself as well as on others. So again, this comes back to looking at the big picture and this humanitarian outlook of, one for all and all for one kind of approach. I also feel that your energy can get a bit scattered. Once again, that Gemini stellium, it's affecting so many of us, me included. So be aware of that. The other card, they're all shadow cards tonight for you, I'm sorry to say. We've got the 8. 8 is about our career paths, it's about our work, it's about our money. And Emma Rose says, yes, I need to get a morning routine that I'll be disciplined with, that I look forward to on a daily basis. My Saturn energy is out of whack. Well, Saturn is in Pisces at the moment, so there is a little bit of weakness there. But what I'm seeing with this number 8 is that, get the balance between the material things in life, that's your career path, that's the physical things you do in life, and the spiritual things you do in life. I feel that they are really out of balance at the moment, and that's something that you need to work on. And finally, don't forget to be compassionate. Don't forget to be compassionate with yourself and others. That doesn't mean that you become a doormat for other people, but you are an empathetic person. So use that energy in a positive way. And congratulations on being tonight's Numbers of Life intuitive game winner. Oh, I love this game. Gives me a chance to talk about numerology and share numerology with you. And of course, I'll be doing that again next week. And Emma Rose says, yes, me doing morning prayers to the universe is long overdue, lol. Yeah, and this is for everyone. When it comes to your spiritual practices, it's about finding something that works for you. And Emma Rose says, I appreciate your feedback. You're so welcome. Little heart for you there. But for everyone, it is about finding a spiritual practice that works for you. Not everyone wants to do the same spiritual practice. So for some people, it's meditation. For some people, it's creative visualization, following guided meditation instead of sitting in silence. For other people, it could be doing yoga, or it could be going for a morning mindful walk where you become aware of nature and become aware of the energies that are around you. It could be as simple as slowing down your breath. So if you don't have a spiritual practice of your own and you would like to sort of move into that area, what I usually say is experiment. Try some out. Try some for a couple of weeks. And if that doesn't work, try something else till you find the one that fits you and gives you that spiritual connection, grounding you to the earth and connecting you to spirit. I do hope you found that to be helpful. Okay, let's go on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have Arkisha. Hi, Arkisha. She says, hi, my boyfriend KL and I have a trip booked and paid for early in July. Will we have a great time? And will this trip help with the continuing growth between us and maybe marriage down the road in the future? Another great specific question. And Arkisha says, this will be our 4th vacation trip together. I look forward to many more. Look, this is great. And she says, thank you. Look, let's get into it. I'm going to use 2 decks for you. So I'm going to have a look at how the trip will go. And I'm going to use the relationship deck for that in terms of the growth of your relationship. And then I'm going to look at the trip in general for you, this vacation. Oh, vacation. Love vacations. So in terms of this trip, oh, nice. What I'm seeing in terms of your growth of your relationship with this vacation trip, I'm seeing it getting really balanced. I've got the Temperance card. I feel that it's going to allow you to both to become even closer and to grow. And I've also got the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Now, when a card is reversed, it doesn't necessarily mean no or bad. When the Ace of Pentacles reversed, it means I can see small new changes happening within the relationship in very, very practical ways. I also see with this vacation, it's you and KL against the world. You're just going to be out there doing your own thing. So I do see growth for this relationship through this vacation. I do see you getting closer together. I also see you having a good time. And the other thing that I've got here is the 7 of Cups reversed. So cups are about relationships, are about our emotions, and we've got the number 7 here. And I kind of see that you're both getting on the same page for the longer term future. I'm going to add a T point to this and see what we have. Oh, and we have you. We have you. This is about you being you on this trip. I think you're going to... Oh my gosh, and there we have the bell. That has gone very, very quickly. You know, vacations can kind of make or break relationships sometimes, particularly if we go on a vacation with someone that perhaps we don't know as well as we think we do. And vacations are a great time to test a relationship, I feel, because you are in each other's company 24/7. You're doing things together. You find out what's similar. You find out what's different. So vacations can be really interesting when it comes to traveling with a significant other. Okay, and Arkisha says, thank you so much. Arkisha, you are very, very welcome. I love answering your questions. Okay, let's see how we go. Let's take another question. Who do we have, please? Oh, wow. Yes, 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 yes. It's the lightning round. I am so happy for the lightning round. This is going to be fun. Okay, so how does it work, particularly if you're new here? How does it work? For the next 3 minutes, I will be answering yes, no, or undetermined to your questions. So you can only ask a question that allows that. So that means just avoid asking who, what, where, why, and how questions, because they're not yes, no questions. It's more like, will I, won't I, will it, won't it? So let's get it going and let's see what we've got. Let's test me, challenge me, make me work, because with the yes, no questions, I'm always challenged by them in a good way. And Emma Rose, does someone have a crush on me currently? Lol. No. Alison, will I get a new vehicle this year? Yes. Bunny, will I be able to make my shop successful? Oh, undetermined. Emma Rose, will I ever get a Cadillac in the future? Let's have a look. Oh, I have to say undetermined, but it's leaning more one way than the other. Alison, will I hear from my son this year? Let's have a look, Alison. Oh, yes. More to that one, more to that one. Alison says, will I see my new granddaughter this year? Well, congratulations on your new granddaughter. No. Raylene. Hi, Raylene. Welcome. Will I get accepted for my course of study? Let's see. Oh, yes. Arkisha. Will KL and I get married in the future? Undetermined. Emma Rose. Will I ever go on a Hollister shopping spree this fall season? Oh, yes. Wish I could show you the cards. Alison says, will I meet a future boyfriend this year? Let's have a look for you, Alison. Oh, yes. And Raylene, will I be working soon? Soon is a bit of a relative term, but let's ask and see. Undetermined, I'm sorry. Arkisha, will my new truck be ready to receive in July? Let's see for you. Oh, yes. Arkisha, does KL want a wife in the future? That's an interesting question. Yes. Bunny, should I make my wedding decor by hand? No. Emma Rose, do I make people laugh in a good way? Yes. Sorry, and I'm laughing as well. AA, will I meet my next boyfriend this summer? Ooh. No. Arkisha, will my financial issues improve? Yes. Alison, will I be at the job I'm at now until the end of the year? Ooh, let's have a look for you. Yes, definitely. Wow, those were great questions. Thank you, everyone. And you'll notice, you'll probably notice that when I do the lightning round in particular, you'll see me going, making all these funny faces because I'm going, I want to talk more. I want to talk more. And Bunny says, noted. I will not do it yourself everything, laughing my ass off. Yes. Yeah, you've got to give it to some other people as well. Get a helping hand. Oh, that was so much fun. I do love the lightning round. Now, one of the things I did want to talk about tonight, because we have that stellium. What is a stellium? Because it's a fancy astrology word. Basically, it means that there are 4 or more planets in the one sign. Now, we have 4 planets in signs at the moment. We have the sun, we have Mercury, we have Venus, and we have Jupiter, all in Gemini. all in Gemini. Gemini is mutable air energy. So it's all those ideas. So if you're overwhelmed with ideas, if like me, you're tripping over your tongue because of all that Gemini air energy, that's one of the reasons why. And 3 out of those 4 planets are conjunct. That means they're next to each other in the sky. And Bunny Sugars goes, ooh, and Gemini, yes, that Gemini energy. And with those 3 planets being conjunct, it means they're next to each other. They're really close. In fact, they're only 2 degrees apart. And the 3 planets that are neighbors, very close neighbors, are the Sun, Mercury, and Venus. So what I'm seeing here is that communication, ideas, but also relationships are really, really important. And Raylene says that explains a lot for me. I know for me too, let me tell you, especially with the Mercury there. And Emma says, I have a Gemini Sun, Mercury, Saturn, and Jupiter. Well, you're just Gemini plus, girl, aren't you? So just be aware of that. And Raylene says, is that why I've been dropping things? Yeah, I've been tripping over thin air at the moment. I've been so clumsy. That is something else that can happen with it. And Raylene says, what's a good amount of time to spend doing spiritual practice daily? Look, that's a personal thing. I love that question. It's a personal choice though, Raylene. Some people can only spend 5 minutes. It depends what else is going on in your day as well. I personally like to spend some quiet time, half an hour in the morning. I do different things in the morning. Sometimes I'll do card draws for myself to get messages. Other times I'll sit quietly. Other times I will go out and plant my feet on the soil. There's so many choices. And it is an individual thing. And Raylene says, okay. So coming up after the next question, I'm going to talk about an essential oil that might help us with all of that Gemini air energy. But in the meantime, and Bunny says, explains why I almost rolled my ankle trying to water my plants. I know. I bent over this morning and my back pulled and I don't know why. So yeah. It's crazy. And Gemini's about that nervous energy as well, as you can tell. Woo! Okay, let's take our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have Raylene. And Raylene says, okay, thanks. Will I get the house I'm applying for? Well, Raylene, let's have a look for you and see. Let's have a look. Here we go. Will you get the house you're applying for? I have to say there's hesitation here with this. I've got the 6 of Wands reversed. I feel like there's something going on around this application that isn't looking the best one, shall we say. I'm just going to get you to pop that question back up for me again. I just want to make sure I'm completely on track with it and tuned in. Yeah, it's a house, not an apartment. Okay, that's what I wanted to double check. I do see that this is going to be a challenge for you to get this house. And the reason why I was asking whether it's house or apartment, I feel like there's something else out there for you that is more like an apartment or a duplex, 2 houses together kind of thing. I feel that also too, with the Magician reversed, I feel that when you're applying to rent a place, that you need to really look at the detail of what they're looking for in a tenant. So make sure when you're putting in your application, you cross the T's and you dot your I's. The interesting thing though is I have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So I feel on the surface it's a no, but I do feel there is something else in the offing where you will be more happy in the long run. Sometimes we set our sights on one thing and don't see what else is out there. So I'm encouraging you, even though you've applied for this house, don't stop applying for other houses or apartments or units, because I feel that there is something else out there for you. Let's add a T coin to that. And the T coin I have is the tornado. So I feel that in terms of applying for this, it's kind of been done in a hurry. I feel like there's a time limit on this. There's a need. So keep putting the applications in, because this one's a little bit on the iffy side. And Raylene says, thank you so much. That helps. Raylene, you are so welcome, and thank you for your great question. It was a good one. Now back to an oil that can help you with this Gemini air, busy mind, nervous energy. It is lime oil. Lime oil, it's a beautiful oil. Its fancy Latin name is Citrus aurantifolia. So hard to pronounce these sometimes. And it's a cold pressed oil, which means they press the oil out of the rind of the lime fruit. So with this one, it's ideal if you get mentally tired. It's ideal if you get fatigued and maybe having trouble sleeping. And Bunny Sugar says, that sounds like it tastes good, lol. I know. Lime oil reminds me of one of my favorite cocktails, even though it's got lemon juice in it. It reminds me of a margarita. It's fresh. It's zesty. But the wonderful thing about lime oil, so I'm just going to have a whiff. It's very calming. It's very soothing. It helps with anxiety. It helps with stressful situations. Unlike lavender oil, which can also make you sleepy when it does all those things for some people, lime oil doesn't put you into that sleepy state. It just gets you centered. It just gets you calm. So if you love essential oils as much as I do, I love my oils so much that I qualified as an aromatherapist, so I knew what I was talking about. So lime oil is a great choice. And Bunny says, I may need that and the margarita. I love it. I love it. So remember, essential oils need to be used safely. You don't ever put them directly onto your skin because they are highly potent natural oils. So I always recommend 2 or 3 drops in an oil burner. It can be just as effective. So I do hope you find that helpful. And if you have a favorite essential oil that you like to use, if it's something other than lime, I would love to know what it is, because I love aromas. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about aromas after the next question, because I've got some interesting info about that for you. So here we go. Who do we have next? And we have Alison. Alison says, Innerji, do you see anything good coming my way this year at all, as far as finances, or maybe a new boyfriend, or maybe hearing from my 2 children? Well, sweetheart, that's really 3 questions in one. So I'm going to focus on the first one, which is your finances. So let me shuffle the deck and have a look at your finances for the rest of the year. So I'm going to look at now. I'm going to look around the September mark, and I'm going to look towards the end of the year. I'm going to look at the challenges, and I'm going to look at the positives. So I do feel that whilst finances aren't changing immediately for you, I do feel that they're heading in the right direction, because I have the Wheel of Fortune. But in terms of utilizing the energy of the Wheel of Fortune, you're going to need to take some action. You're going to need to put some more effort into it. Unfortunately, it's just not going to come to you without you doing extra work to bring it in. As we move between now and September, I have the Temperance card reversed. So I feel while the energy for change is there, I feel between now and September, it's not going to transform completely. It's not going to change too much. But remember, when it comes to the future, you have free will to take action in the here and now to change that timeline. As we go towards the end of the year, I've got the Tower card reversed. So what I'm seeing here is towards the end of the year, this is a slow move forward for you financially. It's a very slow move forward. And I feel like you've just got to go step by step with it. Each little piece that comes in, each little piece of financial income that you earn, if possible, try and put a tiny bit aside. Have that little nest egg if you can. The challenges, I've got the Empress reversed, and I'm going to be a little bit blunt with you here. The Empress reversed is saying you need... I got the bell. There was so much more I wanted to say on that. But remember, if you are having a reading with me tonight, or if you're having a reading on any of the shows, make sure you head on over to journeyryanlive.com/ and leave a review. We would love to hear what you think about your reading. We'd love to hear your feedback. And of course, if you would like to donate for a reading tonight, to dive deeper into your question, to go longer into your question, then you'll see the link in the chat for either a quick read, a mini, or a mega. And remember, with the mini and the mega reads, they take as long as they take. I will keep going until Spirit stops giving me the information. Okay. Arkisha says, I feel I am more cup suit and I am a water sign, but I tend to go heart over head, but I'm working on improving that. Yeah, with the cup suit, it's all about the heart. It's all about imagination. It's all about our subconscious as well, what we bubble to the surface. And it's also about how we feel in relation to ourselves as well as in relation to other people. So with that cups energy, that water energy, relationships and heartfelt are really, really positive. But the thing with all of the different suits and the different elements is we're trying to find a balance of them all, because one might be predominant, but we need the others as well to help bring things into balance. Now, I wanted to quickly mention a little bit more about lime oil and aromas. Aromas, have you ever smelled an aroma and that took you right back to a place in time, a memory? It could be the smell of the ocean that reminds you of a family holiday that you went on with your mum and dad to an exotic location or something. Smell is strongly associated with memory. And Alison says, thank you. You are so welcome, Alison. It's so lovely to have you here. And so when we're looking at aromas, it's really interesting to see, and Bunny Sugar says, yes. It is really interesting to see how aromas can trigger both positive and negative emotional reactions. And there's actually a scientific reason for this, because where the sense of smell is in the brain, it's right on where the part of the brain where we hold memories. I'm not going to go into a technical explanation about that, but they are so closely linked. And that's why aroma or a smell takes us back to a time in the past, or it reminds us of someone, grandma who used lavender all the time. The minute you smell lavender, you may have positive or negative thoughts about grandma, but you certainly have them. And of course, spirit, when they want to come through, that is a very common way that they will get our attention, by bringing through their favorite perfume or the smell of coffee or their favorite chocolate or something. And we get that smell and we know that they're around. So that's something just for you to have a little think about. But okay, let's go on to our next question. Who do we have, please? And we have Emma. Hello, Emma. Lovely to see you here. And Emma says, will anything happen with myself and Dan T, please? All right, so I'm going to use my relationship deck for you and see what might happen moving forward with you and Dan T. Okay. Well, the first thing I see is you're definitely invested in this person. I've got the Queen of Cups. You're definitely invested in Dan T. There is a lot of heart there. There's actually love there, but I feel it's not fully reciprocated. I feel communication is a big issue. Have a look at this card. Two people on their phones with their backs to each other. So I kind of feel that he's busy doing his own thing, and I feel like you're both not communicating. I don't know if you've actually had a disconnect of some sort, but I do feel that it's not in a good place at the moment. The good news is I have the star, and the star is about what we wish and hope for. So I feel that, yes, keep the communication lines open, and if they're disconnected, try opening them again. But I'm not seeing, and Emma says, yes, that's right. Yeah, and I'm not seeing like hearts. I'm not seeing any of the tarot cards that show me a strong relationship. In fact, I've got and Emma says he goes quiet. Yeah, and that's where he's at the moment. And I've got the Five of Pentacles here, and I want you to look closely at this card, because here is a woman. She's standing outside a window and she's trying to look through it and trying to part the curtains. And when you look at the curtains, they are two people looking at each other. And Emma, I kind of feel that's you at the moment. You're kind of on the outside trying to look in to Dan's life and to his relationship. I feel that this is a relationship that needs a lot of work if it is to grow, if it is to have a longer term potential beyond the connection that currently exists. And the T coin I have for you is the frog. I'm so sorry, I've got the bell, Emma. I do hope that was of help. And Emma says spot on. Look, thank you so much for that feedback. And if you would like to pop on over to journeyryanlive.com/reviews and leave a review there, we would love to hear from you. And don't forget, donate. Now, if you're on a radio platform and you would like to ask either a free question or do a donation, make sure you come on over to YouTube, because in the chat there, you can put in your question and you will go in the queue. With a donation, you will jump to the top of the queue. And donated readings are the only guaranteed readings that we do here on the show. So just remember that donations have their advantages. All right, let's go on to our next question, please. Who do we have? Oh, it's emoji contest winner already. Wow-y. Wow, congratulations, AA. You ran the race and you emoji won it. So let's do a reading for you. I am going to use my hybrid deck, which is 2 decks by the same artist. Absolutely love this deck. And of course, this will be a general reading. Only time I do general readings is with the games. And AA says yes, yes. Let's see what your message is. Okay. Oh my gosh. The first card I have is wisdom. It's time for you to remember. Remember when you made wise decisions and what it felt like. It's time to get into that energy space again. I feel that at the moment, AA, you're self-doubting. You're doubting your decisions. You're doubting which foot to put forward first. And I feel like you've got to go deep within yourself and remember when you did make wise decisions, what that felt like, and feel that energy as you look at taking new decisions. I also have authenticity. You know, we live in a world where it's easy to put on a mask, particularly on social media. And this is about you letting your true, authentic self shine through. And the words here are, let your truth be heard. I feel that you're holding back. I feel like your throat chakra is a bit clogged and blocked up because you're not speaking out. It is time for you to speak out. How you speak out, that is the key. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to be imposing to be able to authentically speak your own truth. It is about standing true for yourself. I want to add some tea coins to that tonight, and let's see what we have. I've got the key, and this is saying that, you know, going back to that wisdom that you have, standing in that energy, being authentically you, standing up and speaking your truth, that is what's going to open the next door for you. Because what do keys do? They unlock and open doors. So I feel that you are on the brink of moving into something new. The other key, other tea coin I have is the ring. The ring, I see that in a number of ways, depending on the reading. I see this as you in the past, going round in circles around a commitment. But now I see you coming to the point where you are ready to commit to something. And with the ring, it's about a long-term commitment, not a short-term commitment. And I love this next one for you. It's the dragon. This is about you getting your power back. Remember, I said at the beginning, go back and look at what's happened in the past where you made wise decisions. Draw on that power and use that dragon energy to take you into the future. And finally, connection. It's about you making connections again. I feel that you've stepped back a bit. I feel that you're kind of holding back a lot. And it's about you reestablishing old connections, but ones that are positive connections, ones that where people are there for you, not trying to pull you down. And the other thing it says here is that we are all connected. So you don't need to isolate yourself. You don't need to hide yourself away. So congratulations on being tonight's emoji winner. You did a great job putting all of these emojis in, and thank you to everyone who put those emojis in. So if you've chosen a card that is a suit from the tarot, let me know what it is. Is it Pentacles? Is it Cups? We've already had one. Cups. Is it Swords? Is it Wands with fire? Let me know. But golly gosh, gee, we are up to the last question. So let's jump into it. Who do we have, please? And we have Nita. Hello, Nita. Lovely to see you here. And what a beautiful photo. You look gorgeous. So your question is, will I get engaged this year? Thanks. Well, let's have a look in the relationship deck and see what is revealed. Ooh, scrying the cards. Oh my goodness. All right. I do feel that there is a strong opportunity for Anita says, thanks, beautiful. Mwah! Thank you. So I've got the Ace of Cups here. And so I do feel like, yes, the opportunity for getting engaged is there today with that beautiful cup. Can you see the little heart in the bottom of the glass? It's actually a glass, not a cup. But yeah, this is all about emotion. This is about new opportunities emotionally, new opportunities within relationships. So I see the potential is there. But isn't there always a but? The but is there's a lot of things going on. I've got the 10 of Wands. Look how burdened she is. She's holding all of those sticks and she's got all this stuff to do. So I kind of feel that in terms of getting engaged this year, you need to make the space for it. You need to put the energy out there for it. And I feel like it's time for you to get organized in your life as well and put some of those burdens down. With these burdens, I'm seeing it's not that you don't love your partner. It's not that you're not wanting to get engaged. Anita says, yes, I'm very busy. Yeah. And what I'm seeing here, it's about making more time for them. Really heartfelt, deep, meaningful time. Sometimes it's quality over quantity and getting that balance between nurturing this relationship. Anita says, definitely need organizing. Yeah, I think we all do at the moment. But it is about going deeper into the relationship and having that quality time with your significant other. However, I've got the Chariot and I see it moving forward. So I do see that, yes, I do believe you will get engaged this year, but you need to make sure that you're making more time for your partner. And the obstacle to overcome is the Four of Cups. Oh, that was the bell. Nita, thank you for your gorgeous question. I do hope that's of help. And if I'm not being too bold, I'm going to say congratulations for the future. Well, here we are at the end of the show. I hope you've enjoyed being here as much as I have. Now, don't forget, we have lots of things on our My Psychic Connection YouTube channel. We have our shorts and our weeklies. Some of the shorts is Journey Ryan's angel number. He's got over 3,000 of them, so we've got a long way to go with those. I love seeing those every day. We also have our beautiful Cassidy card slinging, her card of the day. We have the Alice time with our gorgeous Kay. And of course, I do the Numero Tarot readings every day. And then weeklies, watch out. We've got some new things coming for the weeklies as well. Anita says, blessings. Thanks so much. Very accurate. Nita, you are so welcome. And thank you for being here. And AA says, spot on. I'm pretty much starting over. You know what? Think of starting. This is for everybody. Think of starting over is going that next step forward. Now, our live shows, we've got something special tomorrow night. We're playing musical shows here a little bit this week at My Psychic Connection. Tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, it's our own beautiful Kay, the Intuitive Empath, and she will be back again at 10 p.m. Eastern on Monday. Then Tuesday at 6 p.m, we've got our lovely mystical Liz with her mystical guidance. At 10 p.m, we're going to have those whispers from the forest with our own psychic squirrel. And then on Wednesday at 6 p.m, it's the beautiful Bunny Sugars with What's Love Got to Do with It? And then I'll be back again next week at 10 p.m. with more of my readings, with numerology, with so many things. It has been so much fun being here with you tonight. Many blessings for a great week to come, and take care. Bye.